Hey, how's it going? My name is Dizza and I've just finished playing God of War. The game is spectacular. In terms of narrative, combat and visuals, just wow. So I completed the story and went back to check out some spoiler casts to see what other people were saying, and the first one I watched was the Kinda Funny Guys interview with Cory Barlog, which is really good, you should check it out. And what piqued my interest was that during the interview Cory says there are two things at the beginning of the game, one that will tell you almost everything if you look, and then he sort of goes off in a tangent from there. So I was like, And naturally, I started a new game from scratch to work out exactly what Cory was talking about, listening to every bit of dialogue and examining objects in the background. Now, I hope that if you're watching this, you've already completed the story, so I'll take you back to when we first meet the stranger. One of the first things he says to you is, "I thought you'd be bigger." Going into the game and knowing nothing at this point, we assume that the stranger has been searching for Kratos, the great god of war who's been hiding all this time. But now, going over it again, it is clear that there is a misunderstanding on both sides here. Baldur is actually hunting for Atreus' mother Faye, one of the last living giants, and Kratos believes that his identity has now been compromised. So that was a really cool moment.
I thought you'd be bigger.
So I was carefully looking around the family home and examining Baldur's tattoos, and nothing was really standing out to me. That is until the eventual boss fight that happens in the second area that we break our way into. If you take a closer look at the large rock in the background, there is a detailed illustration broken up into 4 distinct sections, and it's almost an exact replica of the mural you will find at the end of the game in Jotunheim that foretells the events that happen throughout the story.
Wait! Baldur! Something's happening! And our fight with Baldur! But that just happened. Wait. They knew everything that was going to happen.
The bottom is the easiest part to make out, and it's the final boss fight. To the left you can see Kratos and Baldur fighting it out, with the giant stone mason right in the middle.
You will not do this!
Just above that, on the right, it looks like it could be the flying ship in Hell, where we use the sails to levitate us to the highest point. On the left it's hard to make out, but it's either Kratos throwing his axe or the Dark Elf King in Alfheim. And at the top, well, I have no idea. It's really hard to make out. Could be the World Serpent, like the one shown at the end of the game, but it's hard to be sure. The mural was obviously drawn by Faye. He knew everything that was going to happen and instigated the entire adventure when she wished that they used that particular tree as a pyre for her funeral. That would then in turn unlink the protective stave and force Kratos and Atreus to leave their home. And yeah, like Cory said, there is something at the beginning of the game that will tell you almost everything if you look. There's no actual confirmation at the moment because he wanted to leave that for us to figure out, but I'm fairly certain that this is exactly what Cory Barlog was alluding to. And that's about it. Thanks for hanging out, hope you enjoyed this video. There's more stuff on the way, so feel free to like and subscribe to Stone Age Gameplay. Until next time, my name is Dizza, I'll see you on the next one.
I love you, Mom. The giants. They really are all gone. There's nothing for us here.